presidential pardons, right? He's the president of the country. Even though he will have to give reasons to arrest you, but he can wake up one morning and say, go to his house, pick him up, and it will be done.
Okay.
Right? He has the ultimate power. He's the executive officer of Nigeria. But what I am against is the fact that El-Rufai is saying that he cannot be arrested.
Okay, now let me just throw more light on this story. I think El-Rufai, being the former governor for Kaduna State and being one of the master strategists in APC in 2000, that should be around 2013 to 2023, during the APC, and how they were able to oust the former administration. That should be 2014. Sorry, that's on point. Goodluck Jonathan's administration. Everybody will say that he was among those people that strategized against Goodluck Jonathan's ousting in 2014. And not just that, he has this massive grassroots mobilization in the north, not just Atiku Abubakar. So you could actually regard him as a heavyweight. And not just that, he was once the FCT minister, so he's really a heavyweight. So if he comes out to say something like the president cannot even arrest him without a warrant, I feel like he's to an extent right. But even though we work in an abnormal system in Nigeria where the police have the right, or the executive arm of government have the right to arrest anyone they want to arrest without a warrant, is the lawlessness that we live or we dwell with in the country. But apart from that, now let's talk about intimidation. Because a lot of people will say that once you are under the umbrella of APC, that you are shielded, you are protected. So maybe because he is not in APC, that is why we are seeing this form of intimidation, because a lot of people are saying that this is intimidation. But still talking on this, I would really want you to talk briefly whether this, I want to get your perspective if you think this is some sort of intimidation because he's not in APC. And he's an opposition party, which is AGC.
Ifoma, I want to point out something clearly. Delefaru to me, by this time, I think last year, faced an even more serious form of police brutality and intimidation for something that is his fundamental human rights. Okay. I mean, we have all heard the saying of freedom of speech in Nigeria, even though we know that there is no freedom after speech. Delefaru to me wrote a book criticizing the government, and we saw how he was ousted from his home like a hoodlum. They literally went there and kidnapped him, right? But these people are coming and they're telling you, please go with us to the station, and he's saying you have to bring a warrant, which is completely fine, right? But like I said earlier on, you don't expect preferential treatment because you are in APC, or because you are a government official, or because you are a leader in the country. You have to lead by example. Exactly. You have to lead by example. That's one. And then secondly, if that when Delefaru to me was ousted from his hometown or from his house, that anybody in the government came out to say, okay, this is wrong, this should not be happening, then he has every right in his disposition as a leader in Nigeria to say, I cannot be carried away to the police station for no reason. But everybody kept quiet.
Exactly.
Everybody kept quiet. They knew who Delefaru to me was. They won't say that they do not know Delefaru to me. Of course they do. And to be honest, I would say that it's people in power, because at the end of the day, the person that Delefaru to me wrote about was in power. He was a politician. Right? And if they could do something like that to a well-known person in Nigeria, talk more about the regular Nigerian in his little shed of a home who has nobody to call, nobody to run to. We were here yesterday where you guys were talking about the woman whose land was forcefully taken from her because she had nobody, right? So if the Nigerian politicians of today can come out and say that, oh, we are not okay with being arrested for, I mean, let's talk about the fact that they are criminals, right? They have every reason whatsoever to arrest these people. So if you say that Nigerian police cannot or do not have the authority or right to arrest you without police warrant, I am putting it to them that they should also extend that same privilege to every